Homicide investigators with the LA County Sheriff's Office are trying to determine whether the same person is responsible for the deaths of 4 people connected to a Willowbrook homeless encampment. Michelle Steele was found shot in the head in October. The 52-year-old died weeks later in a hospital. On December 4th, the body of Octavio Arias was discovered. The coroner says he died of blunt head and neck trauma. Kevin Johnson was found murdered on January 21st. The former NFL player was 52 years old and died from blunt head trauma and stab wounds. Maura Alfaro was found in a homeless encampment in that same area. The coroner says the 52-year-old died of blunt force trauma there. Kevin Johnson's family is trying to come to grips with the murder of their loved one, that NFL player. His son spoke first to Fox 11's Laura Diaz.
He was a people person, and more so for me and my brother, he loved us to the end.
The end came for Kevin Johnson in a violent, cruel, and unfair way. Johnson, the former NFL linebacker, suffered blunt force trauma and stab wounds at the Willowbrook homeless encampment 2 weeks ago, where he'd been living. It was a staggering fall from the heady days of playing professional football for the Eagles, where he was known as Big Kev. January 21st, his son had the painful task of identifying his dad's remains.
Just from seeing my dad laying down, I know my dad. I knew his back. I knew it was him. So it was very devastating.
Wednesday, we spoke to the thoughtful 27-year-old son about the loss of his dad in the family home in Carson. The family is still grappling with the extraordinary loss and how he died. Brandon says his dad had emotional difficulties and had been homeless for just 6 months. He saw him all the time. Investigators say Johnson is among 4 unhoused people who have been killed in the same area in the last 4 months. Detectives are trying to figure out if these brutal crimes are connected and if it's the work of one vicious assailant. All suffered blunt force trauma. Brandon eerily recalls his dad telling him about a body being discovered at the homeless site just weeks before his dad was murdered.
It was around December. He was just saying somebody was brutally beat and wrapped up with a blanket, but he kind of cut it off. He didn't really want to talk too much about it because he didn't want me to worry about him and his safety.
And what if it turns out to be one killer stalking the homeless?
It's saddening just to know that this person is out here doing these things and he's still walking the streets. My dad wasn't just some homeless man. He was a person. He was a human being. And people go through things that they may be battling within that they won't want to share with everybody, but that doesn't take away from the person that he was. I just wanted the people to know that my dad was awesome.
Brandon says when investigators do locate his father's killer, he intends to be in court every single day, faithful to the end. In Carson, Laura Diaz, Fox 11 News.